Hey there everyone, my name is Nicholas Ugero, and this video is going to be about me personally thanking Chris from the YouTube channel Barnone11970. He's been super inspiring to me. I've watched him on and off for, I'd say easily over a year, and I've watched a multitude of his videos, and he's been a real inspiration for me in many different aspects, and one of which is the birth certificates, and him explaining like legalese and things hidden in plain sight, and how there's coded words, like some words have different meanings under law, and they are working under maritime law, which is like the law of the sea, and so there's a lot of things that are nautical, like when it comes to like the naval and birth certificates. It's like a certificate of goods kind of thing. It's I get all this weird stuff, and it gets like really down into it. It's a very long video. It's an hour and 40 minutes. Very much encourage everyone to watch it. I'm gonna link it in the description. And he has a bunch of other videos that talk about laws and stuff like that. And there's actually a code that says that the United States is a corporation. The name United States, not United States of America, but just United States. So that was like, whoa. Because now I see it, because I see United States everywhere. It's like, yeah, well, they don't really say United States of America anymore and things like that. And then just how the birth certificates go into play. So that's been great information. That definitely woke me up. My brother referred me to that initial video, and I definitely enjoyed it. I've watched it more than once too. Orgone Energy. I actually have purchased some from him. We've talked. I'm not sure if he'll recognize this one, but it's got like crushed rocks on the bottom. I can't remember what the rocks are, but on the underneath it or above it, there's copper, a nice fine layer of copper, and then a lapis lazuli rock right here, and then I think that's stainless steel nuggets. I'm pretty sure, because it would be either silver or stainless steel. You wouldn't use something else that's lower quality. Very great. I haven't tested it myself with an ion counter, because this supposedly gives off negative ions, which are what we're made up of. And like cell phones and TVs and laptops and things like that, they give off positive ions, which is like carcinogenic. And things like Wi-Fi that I've been learning about, and just the wireless technology in general, just the cell phone towers banging back and forth. We don't even see nearly the whole spectrum of light. So if we saw these things in person, we would be freaking out. Like, people didn't live like this before, so we're just guinea pigs in this whole thing. So that was very great, learning that stuff about Wilhelm Reich and the orgone energy in general, and how he got locked up in jail and died. Very great information, and I carry this thing every single day. I gave the other one, I'm not sure if you'll remember, it's the unicorn with like purple and other stones. I can't remember what the stones were called either. I gave that to my brother's girlfriend, and she really enjoyed it, because she had other ones that were not even close to as good of quality. So I knew she would appreciate it, so I just have this one. I would love to get like an EMF buster that you have. He sells a bunch of different stuff, and he actually shows you. I just looked up on YouTube again. He has a video on how to make the stuff yourself, the orgone pyramids yourself, and that's what makes it even better, because open source is the way to improve. It's the best form of efficiency. Like Linux is supposed to be the best operating system according to my very computer savvy brother. He's been into computers for over a decade for sure, and it's open source, and being able to improve upon it, people being able to see it and do it and tinker with it the way they want to. And like cryptocurrencies, that's something I believe in for sure. I have invested in it. I also have some silver, but just the whole mindset of decentralization is so key, and that's why with my first and second video about Boogie Brew, I'm gonna have another one talking about their products and stuff like that, and just reviewing them. But just the whole decentralization aspect, he wants to put himself out of business by empowering others and giving them the proper information so that they can do it on their own. He can sell it to them just like you, Chris. Sell it to them if they want to buy it, but if you want to make it yourself, here you go. And that's the same thing I'd feel, and it just makes so much sense. That's the best mindset to have. So I really appreciate all that stuff. The organic products that he talks about in videos, which I'm also going to link. I also made a Steam article on steamit.com, and I posted his 4 videos, or 4 of the ones that I use, because I make 4 products, and I posted those in the article as well, thanking him and things like that. And so I make a bar of soap that's shampoo, face wash, and body wash, all in one. It's got a ton of great products in it, like coconut oil, coconut milk, lanolin oil, castor oil, gosh, vitamin E oil. I'm usually really good at this. Aloe vera, just so many good things, and it's all organic. I try to get it the best quality I can. You can only do the best, you know, that you could possibly try at a certain time. You can improve it later. Deodorant, toothpaste, and then also just hand soap that's bars. And then my friend actually started making soap randomly, and he's making liquid soap, which is super quick. Doesn't have nearly as much beneficial stuff as mine, but it's something easy, 10-15 minutes that you can do. So that's awesome. And then how he has the videos on the organic products, again, it's amazing, and it inspired me. He didn't even really make it in front of you. He didn't make it in front of you at all. He just talks about it and does the steps and the ingredients, shows the ingredients, and it's enough to be like, wow, it seems like we can make it better than the people at the stores, which is the same when it comes to gardening and stuff like that. We can do it much better than that, much more nutrients, right off the vine or right off the flower or right off anything, and you can eat it. I did that with my garden this year, and it's the best thing I've ever done. His self-help videos, I've watched many of those, and this was already during a good step into my own self-help that I've been doing. And so I definitely related to a lot of the mindset and just the positivity. And of course, he's not succeeding on YouTube. No one wants to hear this message. Like, it gets buried, and it's so unfortunate. Not just him, but many other people. But I mean, 40,000 subscribers or whatever, and he gets like how many views? We're all rooting for you, Chris. It's such shit. That's why Steemit would at least allow you to not be censored. And so the self-help videos, there's a lot of good ones. I encourage you guys to look at some of those. Chris, I would also suggest to you, with all the things that you do and the practicality that you want to learn and things like that, I totally recommend that you watch Growing Your Greens on YouTube, who is someone I also mentioned, John Kohler, in the past like 3 videos I've done. The information there is fantastic. He's so inspiring, super genuine, and the fact that only 2% of the whole population knows how to garden, and the average age of a gardener is 60, that's a very, very practical skill. It's so self-sufficient. It's a big FU to the central powers and the central structure. It's something I would love to help you with. I actually can get wholesale prices from Josh, the owner of the company Boogie Brew, which John Kohler promotes, and it's totally organic, it's vegan, or most of it's vegan, and it's super high quality. I've used them myself, I've vetted them, I wouldn't want to waste anyone's time. Highly recommend it, boogiebrew.net, and the deals are just fantastic. For him shipping it from California, it's tremendous. And he's all about decentralization too, and about open source, so he'd rather someone else do this stuff too than him, just him. And I would love just your mindset of open source decentralization. I've seen like inklings of like kind of like a zeitgeist, resource-based economy kind of mindset from you, and which I'm on the fence on, because Peter Joseph, he seems shady to me. I've interacted with him a few times personally, like on Twitter and things like that, and it's just his lack of want to interview anybody or be interviewed by anyone. But he was interviewed by TYT again, the Young Turks again. And I was a Young Turks watcher. I paid to watch Young Turks for like over a year. So me bashing Young Turks is not just me bashing Young Turks. Like, I personally was investing time in them, and cash and fiat dollars. It's just sad. Like, I don't understand. Like, he doesn't want to talk to James Corbett. He doesn't want to talk to SGT Report. Doesn't want to talk to Press for Truth. Even though I posed the question to Dan Dix of Press for Truth, and he said that he wouldn't do it, even though Dan Dix said he would. He'd be open to it. So the resource-based economy mindset of decentralization and not having Google in charge of automated cars and stuff like that, if it was decentralized, I'd have a lot more faith in it, for sure. And not putting technology into weaponry, of course. We all know this, the endless wars and shit like that. So I understand that, and the whole money thing, but then gold and silver transitionally is fantastic. But I also wanted to have this video, not just to say thank you and all that stuff, and how I really appreciate helping me make more steps and maybe faster steps towards things that I value and things that fulfill me. And I don't have the book with me, but I have the Happiness Trap that I recommended to you. I could not recommend it enough. Just to skim through it at least. It's got so much information, and even if you didn't want to keep it, you donate it to somebody that needs it. It's such a good read. I bought some for my parents. I recommend it to everyone that I know. I read it twice. But I would love the chance to like maybe talk with you on Skype or something like that, or maybe do like an interview. I have a lot of cool questions I think I could pose to you. Like I said, I don't like wasting anyone's time, and I feel like I wouldn't suggest it or ask about it if it wasn't something I believe would be beneficial. So I hope to hear from you. I know that we already kind of talk on and off. It's not too often, but I hope you are doing very well. I wish you all the best. Continued success with YouTube and stuff like that. And have a great night, Chris. Take care.